In partnership with cleveland.com, this is Capital Letter. The state, House, and Senate were back in session, and House Republicans went on the offensive, moving to strip Dr. Amy Acton of her authority to issue lasting orders. Cleveland.com political reporter Seth Richardson joins me now. Seth, how does this bill passed today limit Dr. Acton's powers?
Well, what the bill would do is essentially put a 14-day deadline on any order issued by Dr. Amy Acton, unless a joint committee in the legislature approves it for longer than that. And it also would take away her ability to, put into place back-to-back orders. So as we've seen over the, over the course of the pandemic, there's been kind of this renewal of the orders. And it will also give standing for anybody to sue to overrule those orders, even if, without having to prove that they've been abjectly affected by them.
The opposite day in the State House today, as the debate over the amendment got underway, how are Democrats and Republicans responding?
It has been kind of topsy-turvy insofar as which side people come on. You think back to kind of the 9/11 days, right? When I was growing up, and Democrats were kind of arguing against more state authority, and Republicans were arguing for it. That's sort of flipped now, right? Where at least in the Ohio House, the Republicans were basically saying, "Hey, we want to put a check on Dr. Acton." And as your viewers probably know, they've moved quite a bit to basically rescind any orders that are possible. But yeah, there's been sort of this flip where Democrats are basically backing Mike DeWine, and saying what a good job he's done, even though he's the reason they lost some in 2018.
Politics makes strange bedfellows indeed. What is the support like for this bill in the Senate?
Very little at this point. I would think that there doesn't seem to be much interest over there. Frankly, the Senate didn't even really have a chance to look at it until, it was rushed through committee this morning. The senators over there hadn't even seen the language. So it's looking more and more like this was really just kind of a kind of a grandstanding thing for the House Republican caucus to do, because even if it does make it out of the Senate, Mike DeWine has said he would veto it, and it didn't pass with a veto-proof majority.
This effectively does tie the governor's hands, assuming that it actually makes it past the Senate into his office. How is the governor responding to all of this?
He's not a fan, to say the least. He actually responded very quickly, which, most of the time there's usually some wait time between when the governor responds on a bill and, when he doesn't. And this was pretty immediate, where he came out and said, hey, the legislature is basically wasting their time right now trying to cause more confusion with the response right now, when they should be focused on the economy. We know DeWine doesn't necessarily get too pointed whenever he's criticizing people, but it was a little more pointed today, I would say.
Seth Richardson, thank you, Seth.
Thank you.
Learn what's happening and what's coming next at the State House. Subscribe to Capital Letter by going to cleveland.com/Capital Letter.